What's up, everyone? Movie Mania Nick here. I went to go see another movie, and of course, I went to go see Spider-Man Homecoming. It starred Tom Holland, Michael Keaton, Robert Downey Jr., and Marissa Tomei, and the director was John Watts. Okay, overall, this movie, I give it a thumbs up. I enjoyed it. I liked it. It was very good. It was entertaining. There's some comedy stuff in there. Of course, Robert Downey Jr., always, he's a brilliant actor. He's a good actor. And also, Tom Holland did an excellent job as Spider-Man. He did a very good job in this, and I think he's going to do well in the MCU universe. But overall, I definitely recommend to go see this movie. It's very entertaining. Like I said, you know, the special effects were good. The CGI was great. The comic relief was great. The storyline was good. And I like how they put the storyline, how they didn't like how he became Spider-Man. They didn't go to the origin story. They went from, he was already Spider-Man. I mean, there was no Uncle Ben in this movie. There was only Aunt May. But overall, I liked it. I enjoyed it. The only thing I have a complaint about is, now, in the comics, Flash Thompson, who's the bully of Peter Parker, in the comics, he's got blonde hair, he's a buff guy, popular guy, a jock. In this movie, he's like a short, nerdy guy. It's like Peter Parker could take him out. That's really the only complaint I have about this movie. But like I said, I recommend to go see this, if not Netflix or Demand. If not, something else, as like I always say. I also liked Peter Parker's friend, who played the friend, his character, I think is Ned. I think that was his name. He was pretty funny. He was like the comic relief friend with him. And Michael Keaton, he played an awesome villain in this movie. He did a very good villain in this movie. And I like how they, with his storyline, they gave him a background story, and you actually saw how he became the villain and what he went through and why he became the Vulture. All right, guys, now it's time for fun facts, and there's quite a few of them. The first one is Jennifer Connelly voices Spider-Man suit Karen. Her husband, Paul Bettany, had voiced Iron Man suit Computer Jarvis. Now, this was interesting when I read it. Now, probably most of you didn't even notice it when you saw the movie. And if you haven't seen the movie, just keep an eye out for this. Kevin Choi plays the principal, Morita, in this film, but also played Howling Commando Jim Morita in Captain America: The First Avenger. In the principal's office, you see photos of the Howling Commando, which hints they are related and he might be his grandson. So keep an eye out for that. Director John Watts has said Peter Parker will be aged around 15 years old at the time of the film. But Tom Holland was around 19 to 20 at timing of the film. When he was filming, he was 19 to 20 years old. Pictures of Howard Stark, Abraham Erskine, and Bruce Banner can be seen in Peter Parker's school. This film is Chapter 4 of Phase 3 in the MCU. This is the first Spider-Man film where he has his iconic web wings from the comics. Also, Tom Holland spent a few days attending classes at the Bronx Hill High School of Science in New York City to prepare for his role. This movie takes place in Manhattan, but most of it was filmed in Atlanta, Georgia, with additional footage shot in Germany. And of course, portions of the film was shot in New York City. Also, the female newscaster on the school's news show is Betty Brant, who is Jay Johansson. J. Jonah Jameson's secretary at the Daily Bugle in the comics. All right, now these could be known as a little spoilers, but if you don't want to hear this, just turn it off now. But they're not. They are, but they're not really spoilers. Anyway, not Donald Glover character Aaron Davis. Okay, in the comics, Aaron Davis's nephew, he becomes the ultimate Spider-Man in the comics. Now there is a scene where you see Spider-Man digging through the duffel bag, and he pulls out like a machine type head. That's actually Ultron's head. And finally, the character Michelle. I'm not going to mention her real name, but just keep an eye out on the future, and just keep an eye out when you do see the movie. Take notice of what she says, what her initials are in the movie. Okay, guys, that'll do it. I want to thank everybody for watching, for subscribing. I do appreciate everybody watching this. It's really fun to make. And as always, I will see you guys later.